Hello. In this week's Torah portion, Bo, we read about the 10th and last plague, the death of the firstborn of Egypt. Quote, "And it came to pass at midnight that God smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh who sat on his throne, to the firstborn of the captive who was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of the cattle." Unquote. The Jews were spared. Quote, "God passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt when he smote the Egyptians." Unquote. A custom evolved in Judaism that to thank God for being spared, all the Jewish firstborn must fast during the daytime on the day of the first Passover seder. It's called Ta'anit Bechorim, or the fast of the firstborn. This fast begins at dawn on the 14th of Nisan and ends on the same day at dusk, right before the first seder. If Passover begins on a Sunday, the fast must occur on the 12th of Nisan because we must not fast on Shabbat. Now, this is only a custom, not a legal obligation, although in many communities, custom has the force of law. The first references to it are in the Talmud. Quote, "Firstborns fast in commemoration of the miracle that they were saved from the plague of the firstborn." Unquote. Sometimes people fasted just to save their appetite for the matzah in the evening. The Talmud says, quote, "Rabbi Yehuda HaNasi would eat neither leaven nor matzah on the day before Passover because he was a firstborn." But Rabbi Muna countered, "Rabbi Yonah was a firstborn, and yet he would eat." Rabbi Tanhuma said, "Rabbi Yehuda HaNasi would not eat because he had a sensitive constitution and needed to keep his appetite for the matzah at the upcoming Pesach Seder." Unquote. The Mishnah Berura, a halachic compendium written by the Hafetz Haim, says that if a firstborn is satisfied with little food, he should eat no more than the minimum for a Shabbat meal, which is slightly more than a kibetza, such as 2 ounces of bread, to leave enough appetite for the matzah in the evening. This is the only fast on the calendar that does not apply to everybody, only to the firstborn. But should both men and women firstborn fast, or only the men? The Torah says that even firstborn cattle were slain, so the fast should apply to women as well. The Midrash specifically says that firstborn Egyptian women died. Quote, "Even girls who were firstborn died, except for Bitziah, the daughter of Pharaoh, because she had a good intercessor, her adopted son Moses." Unquote. However, some rabbis, such as the Rema or the Vilna Gaon, say that only men should fast because the Torah connects the redemption of the Jewish firstborn males to the salvation of the Jewish firstborn males who had been ordered killed at birth by Pharaoh. In practice, only men fast. Now, who is a firstborn? He is the first child of either his father or his mother. If the firstborn is dead or even a miscarriage, his next sibling does not have to fast. If the firstborn is born by a cesarean, he is not considered the fruit of the womb. So some authorities say he should fast and others say that he should not. However, there are alternatives to fasting. Firstborn who attend the siyum, the traditional meal following the completion of the study of a tractate of the Talmud, do not have to fast. This is true even if they personally did not study the material, but are joining the celebration of someone who did. Rav Moshe Feinstein adds that this is true even if what was studied was not the Talmud, but a book of the Bible, together with a major accepted commentary. However, one should not try to learn the material quickly just to have a siyum. The Aruch HaShulchan, a 19th century guide to Jewish law, states that joining a siyum has become so commonplace that almost no firstborns fast anymore. And if a firstborn cannot attend the siyum, he is still exempt from fasting if fasting will tire him out so much that he will not be able to fully participate in the seder. Evidently, the Passover seder is more important. In conclusion, the sages have given the firstborn many excuses not to fast, but they could not simply disregard the custom. Shabbat Shalom.